So I actually was scrolling, okay, through social media, and I saw this post of it looked like a back and forth between rapper Lil Mama and the other rapper Sukiana, right? And so I kind of saw like this discourse and I wasn't really sure what was actually going on until I saw the thread. Okay. So in this thread, I saw where a rapper is holding, two of these women. He's holding them by the hair and acting like they are dogs. Okay, basically, like, that's usually how you would hold like the leash to a dog, and the women are on all fours, and they're mimicking or acting like dogs or whatever the case is. And it looks like Little Mama, the rapper, commented on the post and then deleted the post. Just, I guess, I don't know why she deleted it. Okay. But here is what Lil Mama had to say about the entire situation. So she added her and she said, "Hey, what's up, sis? I know we don't know each other personally. I'm seeing you wrote a post addressing me and I never addressed you personally. You could have been any black woman in that video I posted a comment under. The way I feel still stands. I feel like women these days will know better and still play a role in setting us back centuries. The only reason I deleted my comment was because I didn't want to offend you and anyone else partaking in that disturbing clip. I don't know about you, but I don't want our daughters to remember us like this or feel this was what they need to do to survive. And if that's the excuse anybody comes up with in 2023, that's cap." So obviously, Lil Mama is expressing her disdain for the portrayal that a lot of these women are doing, and specifically for this pose that took place. The all fours, somebody holding you by the hair. And I'm wondering why there's so much backlash that comes with the opposing point of view. That's something I'm never going to fully comprehend. Like, why is it that if you are not going with the flow and you have standards, right? Or you're saying we can do more, we can be better, we're better than this, we're above this, we shouldn't have to subject ourselves to these things. Why is that the person who is always, under fire? Why? I thought that perspective was, two different opposing sides, or the way that you see things and the way that somebody else sees things. And you're allowed to have your own opinions, your own feelings because of your perspective. But why is it that only the people who are out here, on all fours, shaking it, throwing it, doing all this kind of stuff and portraying themselves in ways to be objectified? How come the whole conversation is based around how they feel and what they want to do? And if you say anything about that, oh, you think you better, oh, you this, oh, you always want to tear us down, you can't support us, you can't do this. I don't see anything wrong with what Lil Mama said. I don't. And I love the fact that she said that, if this is what you say that that you needed to do to survive, that's cap. I agree with that. 100%. It is not about, at this point, it's more than just the clout, the this, the that. At this point, it's just you like to be portrayed in this light. You enjoy people looking at you a certain way. You enjoy putting out a certain persona of yourself because of maybe however you feel. I don't know. But I think that the women who are taking stances and saying that, this ain't as cute as you think it is. This ain't as, as beautiful, or I'm not, just because I'm a woman, I'm not going to support the foolishness. I'm not going to support it because that's what it is. It's foolishness. I don't agree with this. Every time that women speak up and say those things, they're always the ones that are making the forefront, and people, make them the laughing stock. Oh, well, she ain't had a hit in years. She ain't did this. But we've also never seen her portray herself in this light. Don't you feel that you're worth more? Like, don't you feel that we're worth more? When things go wrong, they always say, oh, nobody don't protect black women. Oh, we the least protected, and we the least this, and we the least that. Oh, we have to fight 10 times harder to be where these people are. But look at the portrayal. Look at the way that you present yourself. Why is that? And people would rather sit down and applaud. Al, get it, girl. Yeah. Than actually look deeper into what's going on and the standard that you're setting. I don't get it. I don't get why the people who have standards, or the people who have class, or the people who are thinking about the future, thinking about what children will see, I don't understand why those people are the ones that everybody wants to humble. Right? Like, everybody wants them to just sit down, be quiet, and let us do what we want to do. You're embarrassing us. You're boring. You talk too much. You need to just stop talking because, you need to let us do what we want to do. And it's not just the fact that it's like it's not like it's a small portion of people trying to check the people who have standards. It's a large portion. Mostly women. Women want to be left alone to their own demise. Right? Oh, men can't tell us what to do. And, if women have standards, they can't tell us what to do. Nobody can't tell us what to do. And y'all just be, when we look at you and we see the decisions that are making that you're making, and we see the positions that you're in, we could tell. We could tell there's no man around you giving you direction. We can tell that the women around you are just yes men. We can tell there's no standard. We can tell. It shows. I don't get it. I don't get it. In the same breath, y'all want to be like, oh, we queens, we this, we that. Child. Like, don't. I love when people bring up the conversations about like your daughters or like people in the future. And I think that a great portion of women don't care about that because they're they're a part of like running standards and running class and running all that into the ground. So they don't really care about what you talk about in the future, because if their children, came forth and were doing the same exact things that they were doing, they would applaud it. So they really don't have a problem with these things. It doesn't budge them when you say things about children in the future and the portrayal of our women and stuff like that. They don't care about that. But I appreciate when women talk about the future, when they're thinking about, how this affects us as a whole. People think that it doesn't. They think that when they do one thing and, they're only representing themselves when they're going on platforms or when they're doing certain things and portraying themselves in a certain way. And that's not true. You have a community behind you. I know for a fact that this doesn't represent all of our women. I know that personally. But if we saw a group of other women doing some stuff, and the only thing that we could do is go by what we see on social media when it comes to another group of people, would we not look at them in a certain light? Let's just be honest. We have far more women setting the tone in ways that we would look at and say, that don't look right. Or, that's classless. Or, that's tasteless. We have women who go into restaurants and we see it on social media. They twerking in, 5-star restaurants. Because a homegirl birthday, they got to stand on the chair and twerk while there's children around, while there's families around. While, they just have to do these things. If there's any food in the restaurant, they got to be the biggest one. Talking about, I'm just having a good time. Y'all not going to turn me down. I'm trying to turn up. Nothing about that is beautiful. Nothing about it. I made a post on my Instagram, which if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at RIVAH_JORDON. But I made a post on my story, and it was showing, I was just going down the line and showing, like, England, America, Africa, Jamaica, and showing, what the women look like in the 70s, what the men looked like in the 70s, what their dress code was, the way that they approached, the way that they portrayed themselves, the beauty. And I'm trying to figure out how we've come so far forward in so many different ways, but when it comes to our image and our portrayal of ourselves, we have literally put that car in reverse and hit the gas. When we look back, we see their dress classy. They portray themselves in a way. We see the true and natural beauty, unenhanced beauty. But now we have so much more knowledge. We have access to so many more things. And at this point, it's choosing to be on the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to the way that we portray ourselves. People were fighting to portray themselves in the best light. Fighting to get the educations that they needed to get. To be able to be around certain things. When they couldn't go to school, somebody had to go to school, come back and teach them. We have all these things freely given to us, and we're fighting to be ignorant. Make that make sense to me. Because it doesn't. If being being about that life and having fun is degrading yourselves, to me that's whack. To me personally, I agree with Lil Mama. I agree with everything that she said. And I think that people forget that even when she was a rapper that was, on top of her game with her hit songs, because people are trying to attack her, whatever, she knew who her audience was. And her songs were definitely kid friendly because she was aware of that. We didn't see her doing nothing raunchy. Only thing we saw her do was interrupt the performance on stage. and that was a talk of the town. But other than that, she portrayed herself in a certain light. And people like her got torn down for doing those things. She got mocked. People talked about her this. But one thing that they could not say is that she was portraying a certain persona that was not, that was classless or tasteless or degrading. That's one thing people cannot say. I want to know what y'all think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.